Hi everybody, it's Goodfellow here from f2p.com, and today we are checking out Star Crusade from Zimad Inc. It is a free-to-play card collecting game. So it's not a trading card game because you can't trade with other players. It is a card collecting game. You collect cards in a variety of ways for 6 different factions. You'll build a deck of cards and you will go into currently one-on-one duels. I don't believe there's a 2-player mode. I've seen mention of it by the developers, so it's definitely something that's on their list. Pretty sure it's not available, and if it is, then it's definitely not a feature I've unlocked in my couple of hours playing the game. So what do we have here? We have a sci-fi themed CCG, which is good. Straight away, that's kind of a step away from what most other CCGs are. The fantasy genre has been way oversaturated. You have the likes of Magic the Gathering, Might and Magic, Duel of Fates. I think that's right. Or is it Duel of Champions? Duel of Champions. Duel of Fates is Star Wars. That's where I keep getting that from. Duel of Champions. And obviously Hearthstone. You know, those are kind of like your 3 big ones when it comes to the CCG genre. So, we're going to play a game. I'm just going to jump straight into it, and then I'm going to check out some features afterwards. So like I said, we do have 6 different factions. We have pretty much been playing with the Terran, but I'll just have a quick gloss over. We've got the Consortium, Terran, the Haji Agog, the Anunnaki, the Shanti, and the Hierarchy. So, as you would expect, we'll jump into a casual game. We've got casual, ranked, and practice. Casual is still going to put me up against a player. As you would expect, each faction has a different type of strategy associated to it. The Terran in particular, they're more about building up firepower, getting some big, heavy units on the battlefield, and trying to just kind of really do a lot of destruction. They are the default faction, and I just quite like them, so I carried on playing them. I've not really played as the other factions. I've played against them quite a few times, so I kind of have a bit of an idea of what their general strategy is, but not necessarily what all their cards do. So there's still some surprises for me. I'm going to try and explain as I go. So we get to keep or replace cards. We're looking at our low-cost ones. This is actually a really good starting hand for us, so I'm going to keep all 4 of those. Now we've got 5 cards. We've got an extra one there. I think we're going second, so we got an extra card. What's this dude? Gain 1/1 for every enemy unit destroyed. Well, that's not going to last particularly long because... oh, it's my turn? Okay, there we go. Just slow a little bit then. Getting quite a little bit of lag. So we've got this character, but I don't want to put them out yet. I'm going to put my guardsman out. I'm getting a little bit of lag. I think this might be computer lag though. Nothing to do with the game. The game actually runs really well, but my PC seems to be going a little bit slow today, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. So, as you can see, we will build up a supply resource once every turn. It's going to just kill this guy off. We're going to do 1 damage to him. So the top left, that one is our damage. That's our hit points. So we're going to kill him and be killed off at the same time. Otherwise, he's going to keep building up stacks, and we just don't need that kind of thing. Oh, okay. This is pretty handy. I'm going to keep that for now, actually. Or am I? 2, 2, 2, 1. You know, I'm going to put them out there. So this is an option. It's going to show more later. When we place them on the battlefield, we can either put them on and then deal 1 active damage when we place them. So we'll be able to deal 1 damage to this unit. Or we can spend 6 energy, which will still deal the active damage like we are placing the card, but it'll then return it back into our hand. So this particular card is pretty good because it almost acts like a tactics card, which for in other TCGs that was kind of like a spell, and that didn't do anything. Why did that do anything? Oh, he's got 1 soak. Okay, so we've got rid of the 1 soak. Activate, gain 1 soak if you have other units on board. Okay. Energize for give soak. So, energize. You can see we're building up energy here. That's kind of like an extra thing we do. What's this guy got? He's got. Okay, he's getting a few units down here. Soak 2, Revenge. Your opponent gains 1 additional supply crate. Okay, so I'm not sure what all these cards do. That's the thing. Transfer to Commander with more HP at the end of the turn. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? Deal 1 damage to a target unit. I can't see. Has he still got some soak? Soak X. Where does it show how much soak he's got? Okay. Well, I want to do 1 damage to him. Okay, so that's just killed him off, which is fine. I'm going to put down... because I've not got enough energy yet, so I can't use my sniper. Oh, that didn't actually kill him. Okay. Okay, so let's... if I do use him, that's going to kill him off. But I don't want somebody with an extra 3... How's that not killing him? How much soak has he got? Okay, well, I don't like that. I don't like how that's working. I'm not sure what's going on there. He's got a soak 2. Is that just soak every time? So I have to deal 3 damage to him? Holy shite. Okay, well that's interesting. I basically just wasted 2 cards because they did nothing. I thought his soak was like... so it's a soak and not shield. Okay, that was my error. Okay, so he's killed himself off to kill me, which is fine. Okay, not a great start from us. We've kind of wasted some cards pretty early on there. So we need 4. We need to deal 4 damage to take this guy out. Okay, so what we're going to do here now, we're going to show this card. So these guys, all your cards with credit card 1 or less, lose X resources to the beginning of your next turn. So we want to get rid of these guys. He's got 2 of them on. So what we can do, we can... how many energy have we got? I think we'll be able to do it. So we can put him out here. It'll cost us 6 energy. He'll do his damage, kill him, and then go back into our hand. I'm going to put down this dude, which has got screen. It acts like taunt from Hearthstone, so they will have to attack him before they can attack anything else. So it's not the end of the world, but still I would have sooner got rid of him sooner rather than later. So this dude, what's this guy? He's dropping a lot of units now. I'm not happy with how many units are getting on this field. I really need to build up some energy. Okay. Oh, because they've got soak, man. Wow, all this soak. He's building up so much energy as well. It's getting a little bit scary, this now. Okay, 4, 2, 2. Okay, so this would be a good one to get out there. This could potentially be a good one to get out there. But you could drop that fairly easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, he's got enough damage to take this out, but in doing so, I'm going to have to put this out, which it's basically just going to soak up damage for me at the moment. But he can steal it all on my commander. That's the aim of the game. You want to reduce your commander's hit points. Yeah, I think he's just going to go for full attack because I've not got a screen card, which isn't the best for me, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, attack. It's fine. I can handle that for now. I can handle that. I think this might not be too bad. I don't think it'll be too bad. Okay, so the unit attacks twice per turn. That's good. That costs 4. Okay, so I'm going to place this out, which is screen, so it means nobody else, they can't do any more damage until they've destroyed that. I'm going to kill off this dude. I'm going to use my sniper to kill off... What's he doing? Transferring... Oh, yeah, I'm going to use my sniper to kill off him because I can't kill off him. So that's going to place the sniper. I'm going to use Energize to put it back, and we'll kill him off. I can't do anything with that. Tactics. Target cannot be targeted by tactic or commander abilities. His ability is to deploy a one dealer, one contractor art. They don't actually affect me anyway with that. He hasn't got any tactics that can do anything. Do I use this on either of these? This is actually is a pretty. Oh no, tactic cards aren't too bad. You could have tactic cards. Okay, so I would sooner keep this in the fight at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd have to throw everything at that to destroy it, and he can't use any tactics cards to destroy it. So that's good for us. That's not too bad for us. So he's killed himself off there. What's he done? Yeah, he's just trying to destroy it now, which is fine. Because we've got another one coming out now, so that's good. Okay. Let's think. Okay, so target gains assault, so we can attack twice per turn. I don't necessarily want to put him out yet, because I think he might get killed. Not necessarily though. I can't kill him in one go, but he's my only one that can. I've got this that's got screens. That's definitely going out because there's still a lot going on. Okay, I'm going to try and kill off these dudes because they have hit points. 1 hit point, so I can. Or do I want to put down? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use this, activate it, kill off the 1/1 guy because I don't want them picking away at my dude. I'm going to use it again, kill off the other dude, and it goes back into my hand still. It is using up resources as well because it has got a 2 resource cost, but they're using the energy which is there, puts it back in my hand. So now he's been buffed by that dude. Deploy 1/1 glorious and give it +1 to every friendly mercenary on the field. Okay, as much as it pains me, I am going to have to just kill. If I attack him, I think that's going to be my best bet, because if he does attack that, he can kill it in one go. But if I attack him first, I'm not going to kill him, but he's then not going to be able to kill me without destroying himself. So that's what we're going to go for. There we go. That's the end of my turn. I think that's going to work best for us. Because if he now has to destroy that, and he can do it in one go, but it's going to kill him to do it. Who's this guy? Transfer to commander with more hit points at the end of the turn. We need to start doing some damage on this guy. That's the problem. We're not getting there. Okay, so there we go. We've killed off the big dude, which is fine. That's not too bad. We could do with another screen. Okay, I could have done with that just before, but we didn't get it, so that is what it is. I think we're going to struggle here. I think we're probably going to die. Okay. He's going to go out. Oh, what happened then? I'm not sure what happened then. Oh, shh! Activate. Target unit gains assault, so I just give it to the enemy. Oh, God. My mistake. Okay, so I thought he was a target unit. I've just totally cocked that up. I've give him 2 attacks now. That was just a stupid thing to do. Okay, yeah, I've pretty much given him the victory there. That was ridiculous. I can't believe I've done that. It's like, here, kill me quicker. Okay, what's this dude? If you have mercenary on board, so that's his unit. I can't believe you can attack twice now. He's such a dumbass good fellow. Yeah, okay. We've got nothing on it. We can't do anything. We can't win this game. But I'm going to go all the way to the end so you can see victory screens and stuff. This was so bad for me. Okay. We should probably kill him off. Why can't I attack with him? Oh, because we've got this dude out now who's got screen. Excellent. Okay, well, yeah, there's pretty much nothing that I'm doing. Okay, well, okay, he's going to go there. Energize. There you go, kill him off in one go. It's fine. 2, 4, 5. So they can do 5 damage at the moment, so that's kind of me done in. Yeah. Oh well. A terrible victory. For Goodfellow. Literally, that was just ridiculously bad. We'll play another game. See how we go. Ugh. So disappointing. So disappointing. Stealth to kill me quicker. Okay, so I thought it was the target unit. I was just, you know, that's why it was coming up. I was like, oh, okay, is it doing damage as well? Okay, so you can see the graphics, the animations, pretty good. Kind of the overall UI and stuff is definitely quite impressive. It does look good. It fits the theme nicely. As you can see, playing the game, we do level up our Terran faction, which is the same for all the other factions. So the more you play, these are all at level 1 because I've not used any of them, as you can see, and then we've got the Terrans at level 8. So for anybody that is familiar with their CCGs and TCGs, then in all fairness, they are probably looking at the game thinking, this very, very much looks like Hearthstone. And plays like Hearthstone, and I would definitely say you are right. When I started playing it, it was the initial feeling that I got. It's definitely got that casual gameplay about it. The likes of kind of Magic the Gathering, very complex. You've got different turns, different phases, things like that. It becomes a lot more complicated. Similarly with Hex, which is essentially the same kind of system as Magic the Gathering. You then have lane-based TCGs such as Might and Magic that I previously mentioned. So when you're making a CCG, if you actually want to go into the genre, then you have to kind of decide where you're going to fit. Are you going to be casual CCG? Are you going to be a lane-based CCG where you have to kill the units that are directly in front of you before you can attack the commander? Do you know, I don't even think I did 1 point of damage on their commander then. That was a terrible game for me. Or are you going to be a more complex CCG such as Magic the Gathering and Hex? So, Star Crusade has gone down the route of being a more casual. So it is just a simple case of you earn an extra resource point, a supply point every turn. And so because of that, it does instantly feel like Hearthstone type mechanics. A lot of the actual cards that you will see and their kind of traits and stuff, they are very familiar, but they're not exclusive to Hearthstone. I think once you kind of think, oh, this plays like Hearthstone, you start looking at other similarities. So, you know, you have screen, oh, well, you've got taunt. Well, you've got those kind of mechanics for cards in other CCGs as well. So that's not something that's exclusive to Hearthstone. I would say the resource gathering thing, which I'll be honest, I'm not even sure is kind of like exclusive to Hearthstone either. I'm not sure that they were necessarily the first. Hearthstone, as far as card games, is like one of the later ones that has come out. But obviously it's one of the most dominant on the market. So it's very easy to make the comparison. Such, you know, it's Blizzard. It's like everybody making comparison to every MMORPG to World of Warcraft. It's kind of the kind of thing that you would do. So when you start kind of putting that in your head, it's very easy to see the other similarities and overlook some of the nuances and the differences with the game, which I'm going to get to in a moment, because there are still more similarities with Hearthstone. So you've got Raid, and we can't actually play it now because we have to pay real cash or credits, and we just don't have enough credits now. We got one free go at it, not realizing that it was going to be a paid a credit or payment accessible feature. It is essentially draft mode, which is available in other CCGs. In Hearthstone, it is Arena. So when you're playing the game, you start by building a deck, and it gives you a random deck that you a random choice of factions, and then you'll start by picking your first card that you want in your deck, and it will give you 3 cards to choose from. You go, okay, well, I'll have that middle one, and then you kind of put it into your deck, and okay, which next card do you want? Here are 3 new random cards for you to choose, and you don't know what the cards are going to be, so you have to kind of build a deck on the fly. There's a lot of luck involved in it. You know, you can draw really bad cards, you know, each time. So for kind of players that don't have a lot of credits yet, and credits are easy to get, you know, you kind of get them with completing quests and playing games and things like that, so it's not so difficult to get 100 credits. But for me, it's also 100 credits to buy a booster pack in the store. So because I don't have that many cards yet, I would sooner build up my deck of cards than competing in the raid mode. But I've still got ranked, I've still got casual. So that's another thing. Oh, it's arena mode. Well, yes, it is, but you know, it's draft play. You know, draft exists in other games as well. So what are the differences? And that's the big thing with the game. So I would say that the way the factions play is a little bit more. There's kind of a larger difference between the factions than I would say there are the different class characters in Hearthstone. So looking over our characters, so with the Consortium, you saw them kind of over and over again bringing out these mercenaries, these spies, these agents. So they can have ones that kind of boost resources. They can have spies that cloaked, so they appear on the battlefield, but they can't attack anything until you can't attack them until they attack anything. Then you have the screen enforcer defender types, so they can keep doing stuff like that. They can bring out mercenaries that they put the card into your deck, and it keeps stealing resources from you, or keeps stealing damage from you, I think, until you draw that card. So you know, they've kind of got a lot of cool little features like that. I don't think I've actually played against the Hajigog. I'm not sure what they do. Anunnaki, they are all about psychic defense, so a lot of their abilities build up psychic shields for your commander. Essentially, kind of if you make an attack on the commander, well, you have to get through the shields first. So you have to kind of get a really good lead, otherwise, next thing you know, they've built up massive shields and you're just doing nothing, and they just keep replenishing them. Shanti, they are all about mutating, so they can mutate their cards, and it kind of changes what the cards does, changes what the cards do, and kind of cool things like that. It's a little bit different. And then Hierarchy, they're cybernetic modifications, so they're all about buffing themselves, healing themselves, and nerfing your characters. And they do this with their active cards, obviously, but they also do it with modules, which I'm now going to show you. So building a deck. It's quite hard to demonstrate fully, but if I was building my Terran deck, you can see here that before I can jump into a game, I have all these different cards that I can play. So these are what are currently in my deck. These are my current Terran cards. You can place Terran cards on neutral cards. Neutral cards can go into any faction's cards. But modules, so I currently only have one, so again, I can't kind of really demonstrate all the different types of cards you can get. But I will pick that module card and I can equip it. Now in Hearthstone, each class, each hero has their own hero power that they can perform. It's the same kind of concept, only you can customize them. You can choose which hero card or which modules, which attack you want. So for the Consortium guy that was playing, his attack was that he can summon those kind of minions that do screen and steal resources and things like that. For me, I can deploy a 1 hit point, 1 damage guardsman, but then I can get other tactic abilities that can make these guys have a critical strike, so they will instantly kill anything that they hit. It's pretty cool. The best thing is that you can have 3 of them. So you can have 3 of these active abilities when you go into a battle, which it really kind of changes up the tactics, because you've got these consistent attacks that you know you can do. You know you can summon this guy once every turn. You know, I've been up against. I went up against a player that had 3 of them. Now I'm low rank, low MMR. Pretty much everybody I play currently only has 1 of them. This dude had 3. So where he's got them from, I don't know. I don't know whether he's just dropped a load of money in the game to finally kind of manage to get 3 for 1 faction. I've no idea. But he had 3, so he could heal his units for 2 hit points. He could reduce my attack by 1. I don't know, he had something else that was healing, and then his cards were healing, and it was just like, this is insane. He had so many options for literally every situation. I just couldn't get ahead of him. So it does it imbalances the game at this stage. Kind of later on, everybody's going to have 3, so it's not that big a deal. When you're a player that's only got 1 and you're matched up against a player that has 3, it's pretty difficult. I've been matched up against a player that had 2, and I still lost, but it was such a long game. I was dominant for so long, but I just couldn't quite beat him. So again, this is a unique thing to Star Crusade that really does add that extra element of strategy for buffing up your units, for nerfing the enemy, for keeping your commander alive, and kind of healing up their hit points. Now, commander hit points is also a really interesting thing that they've done. They've kind of taken the concept that for a lot of professional CCG and TCG players, the kind of the standard is that the best tactic is to have as few cards in your deck as possible. So if the smallest amount of cards you can have is 30 or 40, then you have 30 or 40. You have the lowest number of cards. The reason being is if you're building a strategy with your deck and you're putting specific cards into your deck, you need to know that those cards are going to see the light of day in a match. If you kind of have like 60 cards, then the chances of the cards that you need being drawn are really, really limited. So the fewer cards you have, the more consistent your tactics can be, which kind of makes sense. So what the developers have done with Star Crusade is that the fewer the cards you have, and you can have as few as 25 and as many as 40. If you have 25 cards, your commander has 25 hit points. If you have 40 cards, your commander has 40 hit points. If you have 35 or 32, then you have an exact proportionate number of hit points, which is a really smart idea. So it kind of says, okay, you want to go with the strategy where you're going to be pulling your cards sooner. That's fine, but you're going to suffer for it. If you're happy to have more cards, then you've got that little bit of extra defense to soak up more damage. With having fewer cards, you also draw more cards at the beginning of a match. So those players that do only have 25 hit points instead of 40, I mean, that's quite a big hit point discrepancy. You're kind of rewarded, as well as being able to kind of draw your cards with more certainty, you can draw more into your starting hand. So again, it's not a case of, okay, I'm going to put the minimum number of cards, and it's like, do I want the minimum number of cards for the strategy that I want to use? So if you want a rush deck where you're trying to get in and smash out as much damage as you can, then, and you don't want to drag out long sustained games, then that's kind of going to benefit you more having fewer cards, because you can get out the cards that you want. If you're a control deck or maybe a more defensive deck, then you can probably afford to have 40 hit points and kind of really drag the fight out, or using cards that deplete the enemy's deck. If you go up against somebody that's got 25 cards and you've got cards that can remove cards from their deck, then once they've got no cards, actually, you know what, I don't even know what happens when you've got no cards, but I'm presuming you start taking damage over time, which is generally the go-to when you run out of cards in your deck. So again, lots of different strategies. And the third big thing that we saw was, already demonstrated in the last match, the energy system. So anytime we're kind of putting cards into the battle, we're building up energy, and different cards use energy in different ways. I'm not sure whether the player we were up against had any cards that were using it, because he was building up a lot of energy, but I didn't really see him spending it. Maybe it was an overlook, but for me, I think I might only have the sniper. There might be one or two more, but for me, I could use my energy, which is a secondary resource, to add extra elements of tactics. And that's the thing with the game. At the base, yes, it is very much like Hearthstone at its core. But there's only so many ways you can reinvent the wheel. Those 3 extra features with your multiple modules, your commander's hit points, and the energy system, those 3 extra things open up the strategy with this game immensely. It becomes so much more tactical than a lot of other CCGs. Combine that with the great graphics, with the fact that you've got 6 factions to play, over 400 cards, you've got rank mode, casual mode, raid draft mode, you've got tournaments, they're looking at 2-player mode. This is definitely a game that if you like your CCGs, to jump on it and try it out. It's currently in early access. It is an open early access, but it's a great game. I started playing it, and at no point have I thought, this is, it needs some work. I don't like this part. I don't like that part. Alright, we went up against somebody that had a much better deck than us, but 9 times out of 10, it's more my own misplays than and bad strategy building my deck than I feel it is kind of walking into having a bad starting hand. It's paid to win. At this stage, I don't feel that that's the case. Obviously, kind of higher end play, it could be different. Who knows? But for me, at this lower end, definitely a lot of fun. Each faction plays completely differently, kind of playing as them or against them. And I can't big this game up enough for a developer that I personally haven't really heard of, Zimar. They've made a really, really great game. So there you go. I think I'm probably not going to get the chance to play another game. You can go and play another game. You can go and download it and play it. I think it's like 3 gigabytes to download, so it's nothing. You can put that on your hard drive. It's free. It's accessible through Steam. I believe it's only available through Windows. But other than that, big thumbs up from Goodfellow. And I've got nothing else to say. If you liked the video, if you think the game looks great, if you think that I've given you as much information as I can, which I think I have, then please give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more of our videos as and when they are released, then hit the subscribe button. You can check us out on Facebook and Twitter at f2p.com or over on our official website at f2p.com. But other than that, I would like to say thank you guys for watching. I have been Goodfellow. You have been you. This has been Star Crusade, and hopefully we shall see you in the next video. Bye bye!